Hello, welcome back. I'm happy to see you here. I'm recording the fifth episode of the series. My goal is always to, going toward Utopia. Last time we did a lot of reading. I think I will continue to read stuff because you can read stuff fast, and then we are going to do that. So we're continuing. Are we continuing to read? I wonder what's the best. I think I want to read to not miss it, but I think we will not miss it. So let's go with work. A spider on the bed. 1 second. I was with my voice therapist before, so I already did some work, but maybe this work got tired me a little. Okay, with a voice like that should be better. Alright, it is better. Let's go! Which Fortuna? My friend Jasmine is always talking about you, and she just told me you are to receive visitors now. Congratulations! Sorry for contacting you so abruptly, but I think your divinatory arts could help me regarding a thing with a personal project. And I'm in a bit of a desperate situation with. Okay. Grete is the one with Behemoth. We will do her first because she's the one with the Behemoth, so her situation is really urgent. Hello, Fortuna. My name is Grace. I am a witch architect. I believe a common friend, Daria, told you about my situation. I need the maximum discretion regarding this matter, so I'd rather talk about the rest in person if you are willing to have me. Invite. Welcome, Grace. Hi, Fortuna. Thanks for having me. May I fill me in briefly on your situation? Not that it isn't obvious just by looking at me, huh? Ah, yeah, it looks bad. Let me say it out loud anyway, for the sake of therapy. I've got a behemoth fused with me. How does it feel? Wow, never thought I'd get that question. The few who know assume it just fucked up, I guess. But if we're talking feelings here, it doesn't feel bad at all, actually. I mean, aesthetically, it's terrible. But it doesn't hurt, and I can sort of communicate with the behemoth at an abstract level. If anything, I feel more powerful. Wow. Glad to hear you're not suffering, in any case. But it isn't worth it. Firstly, because summoning a behemoth could well get me executed. But more importantly, I want my cute cheekbone back. Yeah. I understand her. Looks like an important loss, yes. So, do you think you can help me? Think. If there's a way to cure you, my deck will find it. But I need to know more about you first. Mind if I ask some questions? Of course. Ask away. Why summon a behemoth? Why summon a behemoth? Ah, this isn't an easy topic for me to discuss. Not because of the behemoth, that part is pretty straightforward. I wanted to build a temple out of the skull of a titan of the quarry. The harder the material, the more powerful the altar. The altar, sorry. On those curves, there is this carving in a supernatural way. I tried every method I know, and when I ran out of options, I resorted to forbidden magic. Why are you so desperate to build that shrine? That's a sensitive issue. I'm looking for meaning. Meaning? I know it's an unanswerable question, or a question that hasn't been answered yet, if I want to put this optimistically. The meaning of life. Yay. Good luck with that. Yeah, when you're searching this, I understand you're building altar in the middle of nowhere, in space. I feel silly just for seeing it out loud. Why everything? Everything thinks about it now and then. Yeah, but I'm like obsessed with it. I can't ignore the question. You're a fortune teller. You should be aware that there is something more out there. The book where everything is written. Is there something writing us? Writing us? Sorry. Is this just a simulation? Does the universe actually exist? Or is it nothing but a figment of my imagination? Do you stop existing when I'm not looking at you? Are we all protagonists? Do we have a purpose? Okay, I get you. Am I missing out on some cosmic truth? Was there something before this universe? Why isn't everybody else obsessed with the same questions? Crazy. I'm sorry, I keep swirling out of control. I can't stand being by myself because I keep returning to these ideas again and again. I've built complex thoughts, right? Looking for answers. And as I dig deeper, I'll only find more and more questions. I haven't slept in the last century. That's why I assume one of the behemoths. Carpe diem is not an option for me. I'm stuck in cogito ergo sum. I will make things simple. Carpe diem is like, take it easy, and cogito ergo sum is like, you think too much. I'm a witch, for fuck's sakes. Not literal translation. I'm just giving you some translation, okay? If not us who is supposed to unravel the mysteries of the cosmos. Why did I attend? Why couldn't I stay an oblivious Boston architect? You know, the cards aren't only made for predicting things. They're also an excellent tool for meditation. I'd be happy to help you on your quest. Really? Of course. If the two of us manage to get out of our predicaments, I'll certainly join you on one of your Skull Temple meditation. Who knows what we might find channeling the power of the shrine through my deck. That makes my heart race. Yes, please. Let's dissect the cosmos together. What's your predicament, sir? I'm exiled, forced to remain on this asteroid. Let's leave it at that for now. Okay. I promise I'll let you be free in any way I can. Partners? Partners. Partners. How exciting. Everyone always dismisses my project as futile. Futile? Just checking. Futile. Okay. Futile. I need a to read that one. Thank you so much, Fortuna. Now, another question. Tell me more about being a witch architect? Wait. What do you say we make this a conversation instead of an interrogation? It's not an interrogation, it's an interview. Besides, I'm not that interesting. Come on, Fortuna. All witches are interesting. And you're the only fortune teller in your coven. Dahlia speaks highly of you too. I'm dying to know more. To be honest, I feel struck just by the way you look at me. I can tell you aren't cut from the same cloth as the rest of us. You are special. I've never said this to anyone. I feel ridiculous, but I just need to express it. The girl has a behemoth inside her head. If she can feel things, can. Haha, thanks? What do you want to know anyway? What is it that drives you? Freedom. But that's circumstantial. I mean, ultimately, what makes your life worth living? What is it that drives you? I'll be honest. I just want to spend some time, you know, enjoying myself. Final pleasure or not. Easier. Oh, I'd never advocate that. You don't strike me as a hedonist. Interesting. I feel like you're using me for your cosmic studies. Haha, well, I can't miss the chance to pick apart such a wonderful being. Okay, it's alright, bring it on. Thank you so much for indulging me. I'm totally enjoying this, so glad you're having a good time, haha. My turn now? Sure. So, tell me more about being a witch architect. It's a made-up title, to be honest. I want to sneeze, but at the same time I don't want to, so I'm holding back. Because sneezing. I can't use my voice training for sneezing, you know. I've never encountered another witch who defined herself an architect, at least. A pioneer, then. I just like to build things. I was also an architect when I was a mortal. But being able to design and execute projects by yourself is way better than overseeing years of development. All the bureaucracy. I'm sure that I sounded out of pure stress, Sarah. Plus, using magic to avoid having to deal with the laws of physics sure is a perk. You? And I agree on that one. Sounds like a pain, building things on Earth. You bet. I was one of those people who preferred playing Minecraft in creative mode. Yeah, I get you. Minecraft? That may have come after your time. You come from Earth too, right? When did you ascend? 1968. Whoa, I was born in the year 2000 and I ascended in 2032. Almost there. Were you a hippie? Not really, but I met a lot of them. I don't know if you say hippie in English. I just say hippie like in French. Hippie. Okay. That's the same. I owned a food truck and visited a lot of events. I had a side business reading tarot. That sounds really cool. Glad to know you're not one of those medieval witches. I can't stand them. Yeah, they're so uptight. So, Fortuna, tell me. What are your thoughts on relationships? You asking me if I'm single? No, silly. But are you? Yes. Cool. What I mean is, what are your thoughts on romantic relationships? Some people can't live without them. Some others don't want them at all. I'm curious where you stand on that. What are your thoughts on relationships? To be honest, My own thought is that one. But for Fortuna, she needs someone. She needs... Like, I want the best for Fortuna. Life won't be complete without one. You must feel really miserable to play yourself. Trapped here. Exile would be a lot easier with a partner, yes? Also, it's rare that someone catches my eye. Okay, your turn again. Go away. What do you like to do in your free time? I spend most of my time on my project. But the rare occasion I'm burnt out, I like to read. I read the essays on arcane texts. Mostly philosophy, so I guess I don't ever really rest. Well, I do enjoy taking extremely long paths. Even then, I can't stop thinking, uncursed by my never-ending quest for elimination. Have you met Jasmine? I haven't. Also, Dahlia speak about her often. Why? If I have some things to help you get your mind off things. Jasmine's specialty is stickcraft. The way I pronounced this was bad. Some water, and we're back again. She's helped me through many difficult times. Cool. Which drugs? More or less. But without the drawbacks of the substance produced by mortals. Try anything. Hook me up. I'd let her know. Do you value personal over collective well-being? Whoa, that's a thing to spurt out of the blue. What's more important, yourself or the community? Yourself or the universe? I won't accept any compromise on this one. Ultimately, should you have to choose, what should the priority be, the individual or the group? I'll be honest, either for Fortuna or for myself, it will be oneself. Fortuna has been exiled for 200 years and she had normally 800 more to go. Stupid. She should choose herself. She suffered hers, and I feel should myself. For different reasons. I know the collective is important, but every time I'm doing something that is for more people than me, I do it for myself at the same time. I'm never doing things to help others without it being for myself. People that know me usually find me helpful when I can. I mean, outside of work, I don't want to help you at work. But with my friend, I'm very helpful on the track. But in the end, I'm doing it for myself. Oneself. Even if that has a negative impact on the universe. Yes, what's the point of existing if not to be happy? I get your point. You put a lot of thought into this though. That doesn't mean you should try to lessen the negative impacts / make it so that the collective things benefits you too. So you can, so when you're doing something for the collective, you have that there is no bad impact but only good impact. Sometimes it's like that. It's not always for an amount of good there is an amount of bad, because you can see that for an amount of bad there can be more amount of bad. So there is no reason that the karma will always be at a balance, you know. That only work for matters, not for actions, not for acts. Reality is a construct after all. Why be miserable if everything's going to vanish as soon as we are unplugged from the cosmos? Happiness can come from making others happy. You need to be lucky enough that it does for you, so. Cool. I guess there's not a definitive right answer for this one. More questions? Let's go away. What are your thoughts on Haedana? Oh, time to talk about the boss? I guess neither of us has a lot of sympathy for her, right? I'm not super happy about with having been sentenced to 1,000 years of isolation now. And you? You seem on the behemoth. I think that speaks for itself when it comes to my respect for authority. I don't mind her before, so she's always let me focus on my project. I didn't mind her. But now that I know she'll have me executed if she discovers what I did, you have to get rid of either this behemoth or Aedana. Whoa, heavy words. But I'm not that keen on being erased, at least not before I finish my quest for knowledge. I understand. Look, I understand we need some tools to ensure the stability of the Coven, but I can't possibly agree with these arbitrary punishments. Under no circumstances should the witch should be ever sentenced to death or exile. If someone made some bad decision, they need guidance and forgiveness. We're supposed to be a family, not the army. I agree with her. If you treat your family like you were in the army, there is a problem. I couldn't agree more. We need to construct, extend, and prosecute. I hear you. Fortuna, I feel like I'm ready to get my fortune grade. Yes, me too. Shall we? I imagine that the main topic here is how to deal with that behemoth of yours. Yes, please. Also, I'd like to ask about my personal case while you were at it. I use a single card will allow me to finally untangle the meaning of life on the cosmos, but maybe not. But I'm sure you'll be able to point you in the right direction. Yes, the quest for knowledge is about asking questions from as many angles as possible. And your deck is one I haven't tried yet. Keep this question in mind while I shuffle the deck. A tide of salt on the melancholy. This is perfect. Yearning, passion, communication, peace, power. Let's go with the quests. The meaning of life lies within the mind of others. Spend more time with other people to find progress. I don't have the patience for that. I find models in this direction to be pointless. Thank you. I don't mean you silly. I'm reading this. I get easily bored of the company for the sake of company. And it stimulates me to have interesting, important conversations. Right? But maybe that's the point I'm missing? Wasting time playing around? I guess ideas need to be pollinated. But only mind can run out of ideas, become sterile. Exposure to other lifestyle and philosophies can challenge my frame of mind. It makes a lot of sense. You've helped me a great deal, Fortuna. Thank you. My pleasure. Also, I needed hair. Leadership, purpose, justification, unlock. So we are going for air today. Yeah, let's not fight more than we have to do. Do not fight them, embrace the behemoths. The way to stop being sweet is to become one. Running inward instead of trying to escape my fate, huh? It's a smart way of keeping it hidden. Instead of cutting the emeralds, allowing the behemoth all the way in. It's a scary idea though. What if I stop being me? I don't know. Well, what is me anyway? Existence is a river, and we are never the same self at any given point in time. I agree. Of course. Whatever gets me closer to my objective. Glad you're taking this optimistically there, haha. We can control fate, right? If life gives you behemoths. Big shackle, indeed. Yes, I'll still say big shackle. Do you want to look into anything else? No, thank you. Given me some ideas about how to get rid of these behemoths. I'll do some research on my side too. Cool, let's meet again soon to teach this bastard a lesson. Looking forward to it. See you soon. Looks like behemoths are real. Yeah, they're all the rage amongst rebel witches with poor judgment. Very big shackle. I think I can help if you're interested. I'm all ears. We, the behemoths, know each other's name. If you know the name of the behemoth possessing grace, any ritual you might perform to free her will be more likely to succeed. That's perfect, tell me their name. Ah, I know we're partner in crime, but I'm not about to give up one of my siblings. Not for free, at least. That's all. Am I not paying enough to you already? The deck stuff is one thing, this is another matter. Alright, what do you want? Don't fret, I just want a bit of that delicious power you're harvesting. 5 minutes of fire to betray a fellow behemoth, plus 2 of air to release their name to you, which is... We have the stuff. You don't need to answer right now. Save up, decide if you're interested or not. And when the time comes to try on free Grayson, you just let that energy flow to me and I whisper the behemoth's name to your ear. I see. It's not way of a cost, right? Just a bit of magic for your dear mentor. It's not the amount, but the sort of what you're planning to do with it. Very big shackle. Still afraid of me after all this time. Just cautious. I'm sure you're a forbidden entity for a reason. Sweet yourself. But I'll say it again, I'm on your side. Trust needs time. I understand. Well, let me know if you want to take me up on my offer when the time comes. Have fun. I only decided to forgo my immortality. Nothing much, nothing less. We are doing the next one, and maybe we'll do some reading. Maybe. I already read this. Ah, welcome. Welcome. Ah, hi, what's your name? Fortuna. Your name is Fortuna. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Shackle. Nice to meet you. Your name is Reese, right? No need to be so nervous. Any friend of Jasmine is very welcome here. Ah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just that I've heard so many things about you that now I feel like I'm meeting a celebrity or something. Oh yeah? What have you heard? Ah, all good things, don't worry. Mostly from Jasmine. She loves you and missed you so much, you know that? Okay, I missed her a lot too. Why don't you take a deep breath and tell me a bit about yourself? Ah, okay, sorry. My name is Louison. I'm sorry I'm doing the prank. It's okay. Oh, how about I ask you some questions? Would that be alright? I need more water. Okay, that's good. Thank you. Let's see. What's your specialty? Oh, right. I'm a peace waver. Oh, that sounds cool. What does it mean? I can harvest more than Telechi. It's a magic substance that defines one's behavior and desire. Yeah, here's your definition of the word Entelechi. Entelechi, Entelechai, Enteleki. Lucky don't know how to pronounce this. I'm French. What do you expect me to do? A single mortal barely produces enough thread. But if you find a community with rich collective substances, you can weave the wall closes and cap. You can weave wall closes and cap. Whoa, that's hard to picture, but it sounds fun. On these closes you craft have magical properties, I imagine. That's right. It depends on the kind of community you pull the thread from. As a quick example, the yarn extracted from a band of artists could make a lovely scarf that stimulates the wearer's creativity. I love it already. I'll weave some things sometimes for you. What kind of delicacy would you fancy most? From mom and their children. Oh, how sweet. That's really powerful energy, let me tell you. If I get the chance, I'll bring you a nice glass as a thank you present for leaving me. Thank you so much. Do you want to know anything else? You make it sound like this is another question. No, sorry, I'm having a good time. But it's easier for me if you ask me things. Sure. Let's see. How do you know Jasmine? She hired me to weave a special net to gather dew from her greenhouse. It's one of the projects I'm most proud of. I harvested the ontology from desert nomads to make it. The dew filtered through this net make an astonishing base substance for all kinds of flower-based potions. Jasmine's brew became quite popular after my contribution. It's been centuries since I've had something from Jasmine. I can't wait to try this improved version. Together, we also developed some magical tea bags that multiply the fragrance of dried mixtures. That is so cool. Oh, I see how you two became close. Both you and Jasmine are super crafty. It's gotta be so much fun to find someone to share your passion with. It is indeed. I always have a great time with Jasmine. Nice. More questions? Let's see. What do you like to do in your spare time? She talk classy and then aggressive. Reading, playing my multi-neck bass or spying on mortals. Oh, whoa, that's weird. Reading? Ah. Is it not hip to read anymore? Hip? Check it. I was kidding, the party spying on mortals. Fortuna is a word sometimes. And I'm a bit curious about the multi-neck bass too, to be honest. Check it. I play a custom bass guitar with 3 necks since I have multiple arms and all that. But I don't play it in front of people. I only use it to meditate. It's really soothing to weave several deep melodies together. I like the idea. I wish I could hear it someday. What about spying on mortals? I love making myself invisible and watching them go about their lives. Buying lifestyle from many different cultures and planets. After many years of observation, I gained the ability to perceive their ontology. That's how I found my calling and developed my peace weaving. That's so interesting. I didn't care much about mortals even back when I was one of them. I guess there's a great deal to learn from mortality too, isn't there? Yes, I love mortals. I can tell, I hope it isn't too weird. It's perfectly fine, don't worry. Is there anything else you want to know? Let's see. Now the big question. Why? Did you come to see me? Ah, yes. Better get to business. I'm here precisely because of my peace weather skills. As I explained, the Anteliki from mortals varies depending on the communities they're in and the lives they lead. The universe provides enough different contexts to find whichever kind of energy fits your purpose. But of course, there is the shortcut of manipulating mortals to produce the substance you need. For example, you can add less serum to the water supply of a community to harvest massive amount of sexual energy from their orgies. Quite an example. Not that I've tried this more than once. I usually prefer all natural chaos spread and teleki. The thing is, Aedana saw a lot of potential in one of my projects. It started back when Earthlings began their conquest of space. The colonies on Mars were proliferating at a supernatural speed. Conflict spread through every bordering nation on Earth and on any planet mankind set foot on. I felt an imperative need to witness that massive event. It all posed an otherworldly energy, so I spent decades mining thread from it. And as it happens, the substance can create an extremely effective weapon for capturing behemoths. What? Really? Awesome! Some Teleki was highly contaminated. It was as if the whole planet's fate had somehow been sealed. I need more water. I'm sorry about that. And behemoths happen to be extremely susceptible to reality-altering arts. I use that substance to weave gladiator-like webs that can suck any and tackle behemoths right of their magic. You can also craft decent pieces of armor against behemoth spells. And why is Haidana so interested in developing such armaments? The cosmic echoes warn her that behemoths will threaten the Covenant, so she wants to prepare accordingly. The problem is that even with such a demonstrous phenomenon, I only managed to pull enough thread to craft one set of weapon armor. And Haidana is set on developing a massive weapon to erase behemoths from this plane of existence entirely. I don't believe I have what it takes to see this through. What do you need to make this happen exactly? Haidana discovers that if you promote war and stir conflict in this new society, the reality-altering arts that engulfed in the planet try to fight back. If everyone was programmed to preserve the status quo. In this process, humanity and Teleki once again shows the characteristic it had when the massive change happened. And I can arrest it. So what are you? Haidana attacks me with provoking World War III. What the fuck? That's terrible, we can't allow that. Exactly. I won't want to anger Haidana. There's already been talk of expelling me from the coven should I fail to deliver. Isn't there a way out of this? This is totally unfair. Haidana is pushing too far. He's pushing it too far. Let's take a look at what the cards have to say. I have to try to maintain my voice, but it's very hard. I need you to tell me exactly what you want to add the text. First, the most important things, what should I do about with Earth? That's if I should do anything at all with it. Understood. Then, this is a bit of a long thing, but I happen to be in love with a mortal. That's totally cool. The thing is, it doesn't know I'm a witch. I present myself to him in the form of a regular woman. He's a smuggler in one of the Earth's remaining colonies. He doesn't have an easy life. It breaks my heart, and I wish I could save him. But I'm afraid to show him my true nature. I'm sure he's noticed there's something special about me, but still. So that's another question. What should I do about my mortal lover? My advice is not to get attached to mortals. They wither too fast. But sure, let's check what the cards have to say about him. Yes, please. I'd also like to know how to handle Aidana. Handle her? I'm sure she's going to be really upset when she finds out I want to get. I don't want to be expelled or exiled. Is there any way to escape her wrath? I wish I knew. That's going to be a hard one, but this is a new deck. Maybe it will find a solution. I'm shuffling the cards now. Keep your questions in your thoughts. The deity in the shipwreck crystallize every secret. Introspection, communication, peace, power. Perfect for of interest. If Elliot will not your dream, you will understand I love you even more. What, really? So say the cards, or I've never seen them here. Thanks the cosmos, this is incredible news. How should I go about it? Tell him of a romantic dinner? Should I surprise him with a colorful spell? In bed? Okay, whatever lets you enjoy the moment the most. Thank you so much, Fortuna. Nirvana, huh? Pure water? Let's go with Aidana. I don't like compromise. I don't want Aidana to make World War III or make her expel. Don't debt to Aidana. Rebellion will bring you real happiness no matter the cost. Rebellion? You may be punished, you may be expelled, you may never come out unscathed. But what my deck knows for sure is that standing up to her will lead you to happiness. Oh, I forgot this. 1 second. I'm back! It let you accept the unobserved situation for sure, and you will be able to start a new chapter of your life. When you put it like that, I feel silly for not having done it earlier. You're right, Fortuna. My principles are more important than satisfying anyone, even our leader. I'll let Aidana know that I'm done with this project. I've got your back. Let me know if I can help you in any way. You already did. Thank you, Fortuna. Alliance marché plus professionnel. Maybe there's something to do with this. No. We already established that I won't have to comply with Aidana's orders. So why read about exploiting planet Earth? Well, you already asked the question, so we might as well check what the deck has to say. Maybe you need to harvest this specific Anteliki in the future. Knowledge is an asset. Okay. Here's my reading. You need to find other way to disrupt reality, rather than the only way to mess with the established order. Oh, I never looked at it that way. But that's easier said than done. You want me to draw an extra card to look for the IDs? Whoa, can your deck do that? Of course, we can explore any concept we want. Card reading isn't just for divination. In fact, I feel the cards can work at their best when you use them for reflection. How cool. Leadership hypothesis. Something is best. Grant special magical abilities to some mortals and turn them into saints. Able to cast mirror repel on their people. Yes, there is a god on its air. God is a girl, it's air. It's a song. Whoa, that is wild. Earth's fate is going to have a hard time trying to fix that. The reality altering entelechy is going to overflow from the planet. I love it. You're going to solve things as a witch you should on your it with. This universe is big, but thought can be even bigger. My mentor always said that there are endless solutions to a problem. And it is us witches, more than anyone, who should entertain as many as possible. That is a valuable lesson indeed. I'll treasure it. Thank you, mentor, for me. And thank you and your wonderful deck for the solution. For pleasure. Phew, that was an intercession. I've had my fortune read before, but it never felt like this. You sure have something else, Fortuna? I'm just happy to help. I'll let you know how everything plays out. That if you're okay with me visiting again, of course. You're always welcome in my house, please. I'm a friend of Jasmine, who is a friend of mine. Likewise. Well, I'm a bit drained after so much divination. See you soon! I know. I know. But right now I'm going to sleep. Like, you have to take time in between. And so, maybe we'll do a little study before we should go. Alright, what do we have here? Except on the four elements, Earth, by which you enter. Earth is often the most coveted element, since it symbolizes strength, and strength is always tempting. And I define it as tempting because there's actually such a thing as too much strength. I've witnessed many promising students fall into this honeypot. But what is the ultimate representation of Earth? A rock. And the most outstanding characteristic of a rock is its immobility. Two masters of Earth don't hold threats, it's all about balance. Because strength can not only be drawn from you, but from your peers, your tools, and your opportunities. Picture pieces of different kind of wood. The lightest one may be at the mercy of elements, but the sturdiest one is more likely to fracture. Another switch should aspire to become weaker wood, which bends before breaking. Combine Earth with Earth and you will provoke the paradox of an impotent stagnation. The most powerful stalemate, the inability to exercise your own might. What to do? Let's study again. Except on the four elements, fire, by which you enter. Out of fear, fire is the most respected element. Since it has always represented conflict, fire is an element that most initiates tend to avoid. Who would desire conflicts? However, no more water, 1 second. Water. However, ignoring conflict will leave you at its mercy. A witch shouldn't live with her eyes closed. As with any other element, fire is within everything. There is fire inside a cup of tea, for its potential to be poison, to burn your tongue, or because it reminds you of a deceased lover. There is fire within a friendship. There is fire within any friendship, even if they are kept at bay. Concepts such as rivalry, envy, or anxiety are always present among sentient beings. It is when you ignore them that you become possessed by them. Too much people ignore their feeling. The Master of Fire is able to walk among the flames because they know them and know to avoid getting burnt. Yeah. Sometimes. I think like my life is like this, you know. Sometimes I like all the elements. Not one in particular. Moreover, as a Master of Fire is the first to reckon with should they decide to unleash those flames. Something curious happens so if a witch decides to combine fire with fire, rebirth. The nature of entropy pushes everything towards its end. However, the end is the beginning of a new end, and which is the beginning of yet another end, ad infinitum ad nauseam. Fire on fire opens the gates to everything new. What to do? Let's study a little more. Except a Whisper of Arcana by Witch Dada. Most magical cities base themselves on the rule set definition by the four elements. And even if I do not position myself as a director of such forces, I believe our understanding runs the risk of becoming obsolete should we adhere to them exclusively. It is for this reason I hereby present you with a thesis on Arcana. Even if some points overlap with the theory of the four elements, I believe the Arcana to be an independent and parallel quality of reality. Arcana may seem overwhelming at first glance because they are diffused on multiple emitting. It is rare to find an Arcana that adheres to a single quality. After many centuries of analysis, we come to detect and dissect 5 unique properties that we can use to describe an entelechy of Arcana. Quest, community, desire, protection, and battle. Some may argue these qualities are too similar to the one represented by the four elements. But it is because of their relations to the four elements that I can prove Arcana are something of their own. It is well known that the combination of the four elements are interesting, but at some points, limited or even dangerous. In this thesis, you will find a detailed dissection of the qualities of Arcana and how the four elements alter them, adding a new depth on the nature of magic itself. What to do? Let's study more. Study enough, but not to overdo it. We have 7 minutes left! It's gonna be a big episode today. I'll pick an interactive tale at random from my collection. Last One Standing by Giada Tavares. When your people started dying, they did it without a whimper, vanishing like fleas plucked by invisible ants. As a lead hunter, you led a squad of your best men into the jungle. You returned alone, an entire squadron of wire gone while your back was turned. Must be a giant snake, swallowing them all, said the village chief. But the predator left no traces, no sounds, and not even the bones of its victims. When your people started disappearing from their pond huts, they stopped believing in animals and started believing in monsters. Some prayed, others tried to leave the island, only to be killed by the waves. I want to sneeze again. You sharpen your spear and cut your eyes peeled. You are the only human being still alive on this island. But you are not alone. You can feel its gaze on your skin while you sleep. You saw the monster itself a couple times as you scoured the island. A flick of a tail, a glint of eyes in the wood. And now you have finally found it. A big cloud of ink and smoke resting on a flat rocks in the middle of a meadow. You are solid hunter, but you have never killed a beast like this. A snake, yes, but one made of dark waters and whispered on faded dreams. I am so sorry, I was so hungry the monster laments. Voice as soft as the night. I ate and realized too late that there is no food left except for you. The shock of hearing its peaks makes your hand shake. If I kill you, I starve, and if you kill me, you will remain alone, without even revenge to keep you company. The monster regards you with its many eyes. Let me eat one of your fingers, so our dumb chase may continue for a while. Hey, fuck it, don't eat my finger! You lift your spear and throw it at the creature, aiming for the head. It trickles with a hiss, your spear stuck in one eye. A blink later, it's gone. Your spear is on the ground, wet with blood that looks and tastes like ink. The next day, you resume the chase, a knife hanging on your belt, your gaze set on the tallest peak of the island. You spend most of your morning climbing higher and higher, looking for a cave where a night creature could sleep. Your foot slips, and an instant later, you're upside down. And there's blood in your mouth and pain in your head. You fell into a chasm and broke something during the fall. A chuckle, you twist your body, straining from your neck to peek at the monster looking at you from the ridge of the cliff. It looks different than before, more swollen and yet less solid, stretched thin. I am too weak to help you, a mournful loss. It doesn't even feel fair to eat you like this. The creature slides down, but instead of opening its mouth, it spreads its skull, enveloping you in a kind, cool embrace. You fall asleep and dream of stars. You never wake up. There was never a good solution to this one. And I'm glad of my choice. Anyway, I will see you next episode. So next Thursday, and I think we will start with some interactive fiction. And maybe a new card. Probably a new card. Private fire onto our air must remain. But, hey. I know in some part of the globe it's hard to stay alive. So, stay alive. So I can see you next week. And thank you for listening. Play this game by yourself. Make your own story. Bye.